Good morning to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. Depending on where you are. It's a little late for me getting on, so I apologize. Kind of got caught up in some things, and as you can see, I'm not playing Fortnite, I'm playing a different game. I wanted to kind of broadcast this earlier, but I don't know what happened. My stream on Monday did not work, and I am currently just checking right now, so that's why I'm a little preoccupied, um, to make sure that I'm actually live. Oof. It was interesting. But yeah, my account did not go live on Monday. And then I kind of had a rough week, so I kind of skipped Wednesday to kind of just kind of regroup and everything. It's been a little difficult. Alright, I'm just, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. But yeah, I was wanting to broadcast um, on Monday, and then I did. It was like an hour and 40 some minutes long. And then I went to just check it, and it wasn't there. And I mean, they said it went live just like it did today. And then when I ended it, it said it ended. But yeah, it was really, really bizarre. I'm just going to go to my options here and adjust the audio. The game audio is like really loud. That's okay. It's the music that's really loud. I'll turn the dialogue down. The effects I'm going to leave up because I like the I just don't want the music and stuff. There we go. You have effects. Hopefully that's still not too loud. I'm not sure how it works on the broadcasting, but so I started this game. My hubby's brother was playing it, and it looks really interesting, and it was free for those who have PlayStation Plus. I don't have Plus, but hubby does, and his account's primary. So if you have an account that's primary, you get the secondary accounts are able to play those games. So I went ahead and downloaded Chernobylite on his account, and then I started actually playing on his account because I was just like too like excited to get started, and then he started to watch me play it, and he got hooked on it. So I went ahead and downloaded on my account so that way he can have his game, because we have two different play styles. And I didn't want to mess up his because he really got into this game. Like, he really enjoys it. And so I just went ahead and started a new game so that way we didn't kind of, well, for me, because I get really, I'm a hoarder in games, especially games like this. It reminds me a lot of Fallout. So I didn't want to kind of like weigh his inventory down. So this is the base. I have the living quarters here for our allies, and I currently have 4 other people. There's one more that I need to get. So I'm working in the storyline. So this right here is the living quarters. We've got power with the generator, so they got their table, their sitting area, various beds and plants, things to increase um, the living conditions. This right here is a chamber that allows you that if you're in a situation, um, it allows you to get out of that situation without dropping any of your goods. Because if you do die, you do lose your items, or like some items, not all of it, but If you have a really good weapon that you like, that gets you through things, and then you die and you lose that weapon, you have to go back and get that weapon again, modify it so you're using resources. And so that's what that allows you to do. This right here is for the radiation. It keeps radiation in the area at bay. I've got 2 of those. That's just a memory chair. It just brings up, there's no interaction with these. It just brings up, as you can see, the comfort of life at the base. And then we just have our various workshops. This right here produces goods for you. You use the herbs and the mushrooms to craft. And then these right here is just goes into your inventory for food rations. You don't actually have to collect them. It just goes automatically stored. So at the end of each quest, you just divvy up your food rations for the day. So it's this on top of what you get out in with your quests. This is just a calibration bench, and then cooking station. This right here allows you to do Chernobylite flares, which burns the Chernobylite. And when you're looking at my inventory, that's what these are. These are right here is aid. You have your first aid kit, alcohol, which brings up your psyche, which is that top line in the lower left-hand corner. And then this right here is for radiation. Food rations, I keep this like 3 on me at least for trading, because you do come across like wandering traders that you can, if you don't have lockpicks, for example, you can trade for lockpicks. Or if you are running out of something that they have, you can trade food rations for that. This right here is adrenaline. This is if you do get taken down, you have that on you. It'll like give you that boost so you can get out of that issue. And these right here are just healing salves. Again, it's for first aid, so for your health. I haven't taken anything for radiation because I just got out of a mission and put all my gear away and then saved and then booted out of the game. And then this is kind of how I do my inventory. The empty spaces here are for your gear, of course, that you collect, and then armor, your gas mask, because you need that in the area because we're in the area of Chernobyl. And then I always keep 3 weapons on me, a pistol, rifle, and a shotgun, because we come across various enemies, and the various enemies you're going to need various weapons for, because some of them are harder to take down than others. Again, we're in the Chernobyl area, so it kind of it goes along the ends of what radiation can do to the surrounding flora and fauna. And also the humans that lived in the area. So we come across humanoids that have been mutated, and so therefore they're harder to take down. The shotgun is something I use for many of those, and then the rifle and pistol, good stopping power. This is the stats for the pistol. I've got that modded pretty much to my specification. Another reason why I decided to start a new game from Hubby is because we have different ways of looking. I am from taking like real life examples because I used to do shooting and I used to go hunting with my family, so I kind of value different things versus him, who's never been in those situations before. And then specs on my rifle, and then specs on my shotgun. So with the shotgun, I definitely utilize stopping power for those bigger, more mutated enemies that come at you, because the rifle and the pistol just aren't going to cut it, even though the damage for those with this right here is definitely how it's modded. And then I keep the weapons ammo based on how I use it. I use the rifle and the shotty a little bit more than the pistol. The pistol is more of a kind of like if it's just like a singular enemy and not a horde, then it's an easy takedown. And you get the ammo for the shotgun and the pistol more than you do the rifle. But that's my gear, and this is the base. I have most of the workbenches up on the second level. This right here is just like for like odds and ends, food crafting and such, and aid. I'm actually going to go ahead and do my healing right now, so you guys can see that improved. If you do play this game, I would recommend the 3 steps: healing your radiation first, then doing your health, and then doing your Psyche, because sometimes if you do your Psyche first, it'll actually go down when you heal yourself. So, oh, I apologize. My my ringer is on because of my hubby's going to be calling at noon when he goes on lunch, and I'm going to try and have this stream all done by then. But I'm going to go ahead and actually turn that down because I do have that phone by me. So that's kind of what I do, and then for Psyche, I just take one of these. And then I've got my storage here. I've got a bunch of extras that if I need them, I could just put them in my inventory. I do need a couple of lockpicks. Let's see if I can craft those. That's up here, and that's what this workstation does. Nope, I need mechanical parts. So the two I have, we're gonna have to do. And yeah, this is where I do the workbench area for doing your armor and weapon crafting, or the upgrade station for each weapon. That's ammo. This is what you need for your gas mask, and this is a recycle mission. So if you find gear and equipment out while you're doing quests, you can bring it back here and recycle it for supplies. That's what I kind of did with the armor. I had just like the very low armor at first when I started for all of my allies, and then I just took everybody once I had enough, which is where my mechanical parts went. I just gave them like the best armor that I could craft, and then I just recycled the more primitive armor. Alright, so this right here is where alright, so this right here, I guess it didn't save. I've already done this. So this right here is the Chernobyl area, the overview, because this is the base that we have, and then we go out to Chernobyl. Those are the allies, and this is what we're working towards. This is the mission board. I don't have all the team members, and I still have to get all the tools and the investigations conducted. So I'm nowhere near doing that yet. But I still have one more ally to get, so that at least I'm done, and then I can work on the other two. This right here is where you do your missions. And this game, it reminds me a lot of Fallout with the way that you go out and explore and stuff. So you'll see that pretty soon. So what we'll do... Alright, so this right here is going to be for us, because these right here, the red ones, are the storyline quests. You can send your allies to do them, but they won't actually complete it. All they'll do is kind of do like a scout for you, and that's it. So you still have to go through and do it. So I never even send them. What I do is do either the exploration, food, ammo, munitions, or sometimes the monster hunts. You can send them to, depending on the percentage. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the percentage for completing each one of these. And the lower the percentage, that means that that's more likely they're going to fail. And then, if it's too low, they can actually get captured or killed. So you have to be really careful, because there's consequences to sending them out on missions that they're not capable of completing. And that is based on their skill set and their gear that they have. What you provide them armor and a weapon of your choice. The best armor and weapon they have, it goes up a bit. But yeah, definitely pay attention to the percentage, because that's based on their skill set that they have. Some are better equipped to handle things versus other people. I usually start with the harder ones, like the monster hunt. So Oliver will be for the best for this one. And then the munitions will be for everybody else. So let's see. So I need Tarkan. He needs one that is going to be higher. So we'll go ahead and have him to explore. We'll do the food drop for him. And then... I guess we will have to put him here, the munitions. there. And then double check your statistics. So 99% chance to complete that. And then he's got a 99% chance to complete that. He's got a 99% chance to complete that. And then he's got a 96% chance to complete that. So we are all set to go. Just push L2 to start the story mission. I already double checked all of our gear, so we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and hop in here and see what we're going to encounter. This game has been pretty good, actually. I did leave the language in Russian because I just like the way that it kind of gives me that feel of more immersiveness. You can change it to English. What you have to do, because I did change it to English, but it didn't switch, you have to go back into language and do it again. And then it saves at that second time. I'm really excited about the second part of this game, which will be a multiplayer. This is single player. But I really, really am excited about the multiplayer because hubby and I want to play together. And also kind of want to bring in a couple of friends, see if they'd be interested because it's we all like Fallout, and this is like really Fallout vibe-ish. So, all right, let's go ahead and get in. This right here is the gear wheel that I've got all of my most important parts. I guess I should have got another one of those, but that's okay. I can craft it if I need to. This right here is like an EMF type of thing. It lets you know what's in the area. It'll highlight your like things like rations, crafting material, and then I also got an upgrade. It'll show me also the enemies. So it does take a little bit for it to kind of go back. You could there's like an option in one of the quests that we did that you could either destroy a satellite tower or you can keep it, but I kind of weighed the decisions that if you kept it, it would actually be more harmful towards the end of the game versus destroying it. Destroying it was the best. Destroying it was the best outcome. So there's this right here, and it highlights enemies. So there's an enemy right there, and I will get my rifle, because this right here is going to open when I get close to it. That is one of the creatures that were a result of the radiation in the area. Just gonna collect everything that's up here. And that is his wife, Tatiana. She disappeared 30 years ago when here in Chernobyl and Pripyat. So his main quest is to search for her. Another thing that Fallout has in common, because in Fallout you're usually searching for somebody or something. Alright, so now that we know that we have enemies even here at this location, see there's another one right over there. I'm going to be probably using this a lot more often. And it's really strange because our games are very different. Yeah, we'll go inside. Okay, close enough for it to open. You cannot shoot it when it's closed. There we go. I like to go after those because of the stuff it gives you. The herbs and the mushrooms. Those are very useful when crafting. So, alright, let's go ahead and exit out of here. Turn off my flashlight. I left something over here. So, I'll run over here and grab it. At first, I couldn't really play this by myself because of the creepiness, and you'll come across a couple of the locations when I'm like doing my scouting and stuff. I don't think I've got any left in this area to explore, but there's plenty of places I haven't explored uh, that you'll see. Alright, so the blip didn't pick up this guy because he was too far out of the reach. There's quite a few enemies here. I'll wait for this to recharge, get closer, and then it highlights them if they're within range. I was hoping it would highlight them like a little better, but it's okay. I'm gonna try and stay in the shadows. Take out this guy first. It affects your psyche when you do. Because of course this is never good um, for anybody when you have to make that decision to harm another person. So I imagine that's how it is like in real like war, because that's pretty much how this is. These are a military effort. They are trying to take over Chernobyl to do some really bad experiments on people and the animals and such that are here. And there will be a spoiler here. Um, my hubby is a little bit further in the game. I was watching him game, and he does find out that they do have his wife, and they are running experiments on her because she had direct contact with the Chernobylite. And I'll show you what the Chernobylite looks like when we get further into the city. And you'll hear the clicking. That's the meter for... I'm just doing the blips. I'm not doing it for gear. I'm mostly doing that for enemies because we've got a lot of those little... I'm not really sure what to call them. Those creatures that are in the eggs. We've got a bunch of those, and they hide in the bushes. So they're like a really big pain in the butt to see if they're in those locations. Alright, so we got everything here. We'll go ahead and continue on. I don't think that we can go this way. Yeah. We have to go up all the way around. I'll go ahead and move a little faster. I think we have to go through this gate. Oh. Well, this is curious. We've got all this barbed wire. I'm not really entirely sure of where to go. I guess I gotta go up and around this way. Yeah, I might have to go up and around this way. But this takes a while for it to see if there's anything in the area. I usually do this around cars and parking lots. I've been here before, so it's pretty much they're down there. Okay, good. Go collect these real quick. I've been to this location for a supply drop, so it always amazes me like how quickly these locations store up on gear. I don't think I have to go inside the building. I'm gonna be very careful around this area though, because there's these like humanoid creatures, and in this area the last time I was here, they would be opening up the portal when they use the Chernobylite, because you'll see they have like a cap of Chernobylite on their head, and the Chernobylite is a like a stone, I guess you could say, a crystal that forms because of the radiation and such. So this is the guy that we're looking for inside here. It says he's an enemy. Isn't that interesting? And I'll probably skip through because I can run faster than what they talk, so I apologize if it goes too fast. I'll try to remember not to do that.
Что же она сказала? Я это записал куда-то. Оставайся здесь. Я схожу сам и все обыщу. Для меня это...
Alright, so now we gotta go find his, Alright, this is, Storm. These always freak me out. Because it lashes down and it causes a fire. And when it gets really ominous like this, I get paranoid. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get attacked by a creature out of the blue. Because it does. It kind of happens out of the blue. Yeah, see, it causes that fire right there. It is really an intense thing. So this is the hideout. I'm gonna have to go up and around. Really a creepy looking thing, for sure. I'm gonna pick the shotgun shells. Not really the shotgun. I don't really think I need the shotgun. So I'll drop that. I'll drop those. I don't really need those. I will keep the rest of the ammo that I've got here because I'm gonna go on a limb and say I need it. With all this Chernobylite, I gotta get upstairs. I think this stairway's down here. This is the Black Stalker. He kind of appeared when we first went to get the Chernobylite. I have a theory on that. I think this is Igor, which is the guy that we're playing in the future. Because he sounds almost like him, you know? I think he wants us to leave the area, and we can't go back downstairs because it's closed. So... I'll put this on now. Oof, that was intense. Craziness. We'll go ahead and heal. Let's see if we have any... Yeah, I don't have anything for radiation. This is for Psyche. So we'll just do this. And then I'm going to use a healing salve for that. And then I'm going to use this for my Psyche because I only have 2 of the alcohols left. Oh, I've got 3. That's good. Alright, so we got to... I'm gonna do a blip again. I know there's things in here that I haven't gotten, and I want to make sure I loot the entire place. I think that's it. Alright, so... time to go back upstairs. And that is, I believe, another room that I can get to. Go down here. I don't need the pistol or anything. Alright, let's go up and around. That's Chernobylite right there. That green stuff. We'll go ahead and pick lock this and see what we have in here. That's kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping for more, but okay. Alright, so let's go back upstairs. We have to get to his hideout. And I'm not sure what level it's going to be on. There it is. And the skill points that are popped up, those are so that you can learn new skills, as it says. You go to your allies that you recruit, and those allies will train you to increase. I just saw a flash of green, which could be one of those creatures that kind of teleport in and out of this, like, they teleport. It's not in and out of the realm, so to speak, but they do like teleport. And I gotta figure out how to get to. That was the note. I thought for sure that there was more, but maybe I got it all. Alright, so yeah, I must have got it all except for that. And those things down there. So, perfect. Let's go ahead and go downstairs then. I'll turn my light off real quick. And this is how you get over there. That green right there would be a toxic mist. So at that location, you'd want to put your gas mask on. Because, it could, yeah, rifle ammo I'll take for sure. And that's the rifle that we saw when I looked down the shaft, so. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back downstairs some more. And on the lower level, we can collect that note. I can just jump down right here. I don't think it would harm me. There we go. We'll go through the window. Oh, this is blocked off. That's interesting. It wasn't before. Craziness. Okay, well, I guess we won't be going that way to collect. We'll have to go all the way around. It's starting to... Yeah, see where it said the gas mask came on? So I'll put the gas mask on. Those are herbs and stuff. I want to go get those for sure. The herbs are necessary for the crafting, so I don't know how I missed, and that's the note that we read. Shotgun slug. I just love the ambiance and stuff with this game. It really is something. I think this is where yeah. Like, I am not sure what that noise is. It is really creepy. Go back upstairs. I don't know how to get over there, honestly. Because this just allows you to go up. So maybe I'll have to just, I think that might be the Chernobyl light that's up. That's either up upstairs or it's down here, this stuff right here. It makes that noise. Yeah, this is a highly radioactive location, so we'll have to move very quickly. my stuff. Alright, so I think we're done. There's no more question marks, so there's nothing that we need to observe. So we'll go ahead and end the quest, and just use this little gun here. It makes a portal to get back to your base. So that was like one of the quests. I wish I would have been able to start this game on the stream. I'm not really sure what happened on Monday. It was really bizarre. But I kind of got into a lot of things. It was a shame, but you know, I guess things happen for a reason.
Ранен. Но выкарабкался. Отличные новости. У него есть... Ты, я смотрю, разбил. Да пошел ты!
Alright, so we'll go ahead and see how everybody did with their missions. And you'll get this mission report. If it's green, it means it was successful. If it's red, that means they failed. It looks like everybody was successful. And then they give you the gear and stuff, which is amazing to get. And you just do your food rations. And then on the lower right-hand corner here, you have the food ration and the stored produce. The produce, or produce, which is those little containers with like the pumpkins that I showed you, that goes automatically in your inventory, and you can pull from there. So I'll just go ahead and give everybody double ration, because that increases the health, the psyche, that's just our overall morale. And we'll go ahead and finish that up. I think I'm done with Mikhail for training. Let's see.
А сейчас для тебя все говно, что... Я не люблю суеверия. Спорим на твою тощую шубу. Нужно шире на моторо. Ну, допустим. Кстати, я в этой очевидно. Я... Умница. Выбор. Чтобы разобраться, надо еще одну. Пожалуй, останусь в рамках своей...
So in here you can, of course, show the equipment, which is where you do the armor and the weapon, and then train, and this is where you use your skill points that you collect. Right, so perfect gathering, so this I'm going to definitely do because I need more resources. So we'll go ahead and do that here. And I know I had to come on and do a stream today because I was just scrolling through and it just came to me to read, and it was like I got this message and it was like read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, the New Testament. So I was like, okay, so I started reading, and there's like so many parts in Matthew that started to like really pop out at me. And what we do here is just collect. So you just go to your radar here and activate that, and just go and collect resources. That's pretty much all you do. And you have 40 seconds. You can complete it with 10 seconds to spare. I think that's all in this area. Let me go back this way. I just wish it was faster, you know? It's so slow to... Go up this way. Collect everything. It's taken so slow for the thing to I don't think it's very fair, but I think I got everything. Oh, here's one. Alright.
Неплохо, неплохо. Теперь давай сделаем мазь, ладно?
Sweet.
Ладно. Надеюсь, ты не забудешь сегодняшний урок.
So the one thing that was really that really jumped out at me. Let's get back to here. It was Matthew 5, 1 through 12. And I was reading that where it says when Jesus starts teaching the people, and um, if you're not familiar with it, it talks about pretty much how um, when you seek Jesus and you're going through such a hard time, when you seek Him and you start walking on that path, um, it says that the people who know they have great spiritual needs are happy because the kingdom of heaven belongs to them. When you get these realizations, of what Jesus and God does for you to take off all the burdens of the worldliness that we have, anxiety, guilt, shame, anger, uh, lust, etc. And when you give that all up and it just like God and Jesus just fill you, um, you're happy, and it doesn't matter what life throws at you. You know that you're going to be covered. And it goes on to, those who are sad now are happy. That same reason when you see Jesus. And then it continues on. So I definitely urge you to read that. Um, and the one thing that really stuck out was this: people will insult you and hurt you. They will lie and say all kinds of evil things about you because you follow me. But when they do, you will be happy. Rejoice and be glad because you have great reward waiting for you in heaven. People did the same evil things to prophets who lived before you. So that is pretty much saying that while, people are going to, and they have for me, they'll come at you for your faith. You have to just like let that be. And there it ties in with that, love thy neighbor, love thy enemy. That even if they are being really difficult and very hurtful, and even if they're lying to you, we still have to hold strong in our faith, and pray for them. So that really stuck out to me. And then it goes on the next one, Matthew 14, 14 through 16, where it says, you are the light that gives light to the world. A city that is built on a hill cannot be hidden, and people don't hide a light under a bowl. They put it on a lampstand so that the light shines for all the people in the house. And the same way, you should be a light for other people. Live so that they will see the good things you do and will praise your Father in heaven. And I that my hubby just messaged me. He's watching my stream. Hi. Um. So that is pretty much telling you that when, even like when you're feeling like, you know, lost and confused about, how hurtful the people can be, just know that it's not really an issue with you. It's because the light that you shine, it scares people, and the people don't know how to really react to that, and they do get terrified. They do get terrified. So, just keep your faith strong. And this right here, I'm just dividing I kind of have aid in this one. And then I've got everything situated, chemicals and whatnot in this here, which is getting really full. Plates, and then the plates you use for your armor. I don't really use that. I've already got my armor here, and this is like the best I've had so far. So these I'd probably just going to put in the recycle machine. And then up here is where I've got my weapons and excessive amount of ammo. And I actually got to put that in the other container. The other one's just full of ammo. honestly. There's really nothing in that container at all. Um, um, Move this around. I kind of am really particular about how this is. I'll probably have to build another container for these. But but yeah, that's the quest for this game. That's probably the only one I'll do right now because it is time for me to end my stream anyway. This is shorter than usual, but I wanted to kind of leave this here. So I continue on reading, and with Matthew 6, this is Matthew 6, 9 through 15. And it is a prayer. So this is the prayer that Jesus wanted us to pray. It says, Our Father in heaven, may your name always be kept holy. May your kingdom come and what you want be done, here on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the food we need for each day. Forgive us for our sins, just as we have forgiven those who sin against us. And do not cause us to be tempted, but save us from the evil one. And it goes on to say, yes, if you forgive others for their sins, your Father in heaven will also forgive you for your sins. But if you do not forgive others, your Father in heaven will not forgive your sins. So it's talking about forgiveness, and this is a big thing I see a lot of people. If you go on Facebook, you see this constantly with people just doing reels and shorts and putting down, others because of what they've done, and they wonder, like, why can't I get peace? Why can't I find peace? Why is this, something that still affects me? And the biggest thing is because they're not willing to forgive. They're not willing to forgive people who have done them wrong. They're not willing to show that mercy for them, but they're expecting, our Heavenly Father to forgive us, forgive them for their sins. But, if you're not willing to forgive others, how do you expect our Father to forgive us? You have to share the same compassion, the same mercy as what we're asking for to other people. And I'm going to kind of, since Hubby is watching, I've got to go here in 5 minutes, but the one thing that came up when I was reading this is forgiveness and love, forgiveness and God's unwavering love. And the big thing that comes from is between me and my hubby. We have had a really rough go, and at one point there was a lot of things done to me that really hurt me and really brought me down. Like, I was, like, seriously, like, in the bottom of a pit. I had a couple of times where I was, thinking suicide was my only option out. That's how bad I hurt. And that was a lesson for me. When I went to Jesus, when I found God, I got these revelations, these realizations of my past. And I was able to see the message that was in it, the experience. I was able to see the lesson in the experience. I was able to see it through a different lens and appreciate everything. And it sounds weird to say that I appreciated it, because I did, because it made me realize that seriously, it was a lesson showing that Jesus was saying, hey, look at this. You are forgiving this person over and over and over again, and they're trying to do better. They keep falling, but you keep picking them back up. You keep saying, it's okay, we're going to get this right. We're going to move forward. We're going to be okay. So I kept forgiving, and I kept forgiving, and I still love him. Of course, he's like, he is my rock, he's my best friend. So that was God, and it was Jesus saying that if you are capable of forgiving this person who has done all these horrible things to you, and you still love them unconditionally, then why are you thinking that I can't do the same for you? You have sinned against me. You've even gone away from me. You turned your back to me. But that doesn't mean that you can't come to me for forgiveness. You can't come to me. That doesn't mean I'm going to turn away from you. And it was just like a big realization that here I am forgiving people, but I can't forgive myself because I thought that I was pretty much too far gone. I hadn't realized that he has been with me all this time. And the moment that I went to God, like I seriously, again, I ran to Jesus. That day was one that's memorable because I kind of freaked everybody out. But I had this big wake up, and I had this big, it was like a death wake up, like a death rebirth. And I literally was outside. I ran outside the house, and I was going down the sidewalk and just praising God, praising Jesus, looking to the sky. And I know I looked like a fool, but I didn't really care. I didn't care how I looked. I was just like, I got this second chance at life and this new understanding and this opportunity to walk closer. And it's just like every time that I look back at things that have happened to me, I'm able to see the lesson, and it brings me closer to God. It brings me closer to Jesus. And I just wanted to kind of come on here. I was kind of urged. I didn't want to. I was originally not going to do a stream. That's why I came on so late. I was having a pretty rough week, and I was like, I'm going to take a break, but I was just like urged, just pull. It was like, okay, you're going to do a stream even if it's short, and you're going to get this word out in Matthew. Matthew 5 and 6 were the topics, Matthew 5, 1 through 12, Matthew 5, 14, 15, and 16, and then Matthew 6, 9 through 15, which is the prayer speaking about forgiveness. So I just wanted to kind of end the stream with that and know that God is saying that it doesn't really matter what you think. It just matters that he knows that you can go to him. He wants you to know that you can go to him. He wants you to know that you can go and get forgiveness. You're not too far gone. You're not forgive me for my language, but people are going to call you a fuck up. People are going to call you that you're a disgrace to the family, that you're no good. They're going to condemn you for your past, and I'm really interested in that part as well, because the last thing that I was left with when I was reading through was this here. I was talking about the blind man, and he was saying that Jesus has another view of the man born blind. Rather than see him as an opportunity for discussion, he saw him as an opportunity for God. Why was he blind? So that's God's power could be shown to him. John 9:31. John 9:3. And then it goes and it states what a perspective. The man wasn't a victim of fate. He was a miracle waiting to happen. Jesus didn't label him. He helped him. Jesus was more concerned about the future than the past. That part right there. Jesus was more concerned about the future than the past. And that is one thing that we do face in this world today, is where people put labels. People put labels on me. They still do. They call me a whore. They call me a slut because of the mistakes I made in the past, because of the decisions I made in the past. And they won't let that go. They keep putting me in that box. And for them, that's how I will always be. They just see that part of me, and they don't see that I made strides to change my life for the best. I made strides to take that negativity out, all of the things that were negatively impacting me, all of the harmful habits that I had, I've changed, and they don't want to see that. They keep throwing that label on me. And this is saying right there, I will read it again. It says Jesus was more concerned about the future than the past. What he is telling you is, don't let your past determine your future. Don't let your past make you say that I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be able to be redeemed. I'm not going to be able to get forgiveness because I did so many bad things. That's not true. That is not true. I definitely urge you to read the whole thing. I didn't want to because I don't really have time right now. So, but I did want it to end with that, because a lot of people do have a thing of labeling. And if you've labeled yourself, if you've been there and you judge people, you can go through and you can get that forgiveness from God. You can get that forgiveness from Jesus, and you can turn that around and be more compassionate, be more understanding, be more merciful, and you know, see people for who they are in the inside and not from what they did on the past, because the past does not mean that's who they are now. Those are mistakes. We all go through those mistakes. We all go through a period where we make those mistakes. That's a part of growing. And we're putting in that position to test us and to test our faith. Are we going to follow evil, or are we going to let that build us and make us stronger, and to break that chain and not let it repeat in the next generation? So when you leave the stream, I just hope that you take away from this that you are good enough, you are worthy, you can be forgiven, you're not too far gone, you're not a mistake, God put you here. If you wonder about your body, God made you perfect the way you are. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. It doesn't matter what they say. The only opinion that matters is what God thinks and what you think. That's it. Nobody else. And God thinks that you're perfect. God knows that you're perfect. So therefore you are perfect. I have to go. So I hope that you have a great and blessed day. Have a great weekend. For those that are impacted by the hurricane, I hope that you are able to get out safely, and I will keep you all in my prayers. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. I'll